you got a hold of your news story that happened, what was it, late last year?
November 21st.
So if we went back to the beginning, 2007, you adopted a little boy named Jeremiah.
I did.
Were you guys looking to adopt, or you guys you just found him?
Well, I'm single.
You just found him?
Yes.
He was chilling outside.
Hey, look, there's a kid.
No, believe it or not,
take him home with
my
me.
friend just adopted a baby because she went to an orphanage. She was just doing community service, and she saw this little kid, and she's like, I can't leave without him. So she ended up starting the paperwork and the adoption process. So I don't know if you were doing something like that.
How did that come about?
Well, I work at AT&T, and I've been there for 20 years, but I foster children on the side.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And I'm single. And so, anyways, he was my number 7 foster child. And when I opened the door and saw him, I just knew that he was mine.
He's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Love at first sight.
Yes.
That's my little boy.
Yes.
And you adopted him in 2007.
Yes, sir.
How old is he now?
He is 10.
10 years old. And he has a sister named Rebecca.
He does. And she's 8 years old.
You adopted her as well.
I did.
Wow.
I
So-
could not split them up.
You know you're going straight to heaven, right? I mean, like, fully trained.
Do you have that straight to heaven pass in your wallet, or where do you keep that?
Let me shine my wings.
I know that's right, girl. Ain't
So
nothing
wait,
wrong with
they're
that.
actually brother sister, and they.
Well, same mom, different fathers.
Okay, but you fostered them together.
I did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. And they don't know, they know they're adopted, but they don't really know their story.
Right. And when the time comes, if they ask,
That's right.
you'll tell them.
Do you know a lot about their story?
Just the reasons why I got them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they came from CPS. So.
The reasons you got them is they're meant to be yours.
That's right.
That's the
That's
reason.
why.
There you go. There you go.
And so you're a happy family of 3,
We
single
are.
mother with 2 beautiful young children.
Yes, sir.
And in November, you guys were holding hands, walking on the sidewalk.
Yes, so we were at Firewheel Mall shopping, and I was in front of the kids walking with my friend, and she had a 2-year-old, and my daughter was right behind me, and Jeremiah was on wheelies,
Those cool shoes that you could
Yes.
slide on. Yeah.
and his sister Rebecca was pulling him, so she was walking backwards, and a car jumped the curb, was coming around the corner, and I guess she said she was going to park. And she jumped the curb and she hit Jeremiah straight into the brick wall.
And pinned him up against the wall with the car.
Yes, sir.
I'm sure your reaction was, I need super strength right now to remove this car.
Well, actually, what happened was she backed up, which she wasn't supposed to do.
Right.
Panic.
Yeah.
Just
She
panic.
backed up. He was still in the wall.
Oh.
So at first, I started screaming,
Yeah.
that's my son, that's my son. And then I turned around, I saw him still in the wall, and all I could see is his feet weren't touching the ground. So I ran over to him, and I pulled him down and laid down beside him, and his eyes were fixated, and he couldn't focus.
He was in shock?
He was in shock.
Okay.
And he started, vomiting blood immediately. So I was turning his head sideways and keeping his airway open. And
Meaning there was internal damage done right away.
yes,
Bad.
yes. Yes, sir. So we started praying, and I started talking to him and making him answer questions because he immediately he was saying he wants to go to sleep, and
Yeah.
You want to keep him awake.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
How long before the ambulance and the fire department showed up? Was it quick, or was it too long for you?
Felt like forever, I'm
It
sure.
did, yes, ma'am. It felt like forever. It took them a little while because Firewheel, they just told them a salon. I guess people were calling. When I was there, I felt like there was no one there, like it was a ghost town. But there was a bunch of people there. I just couldn't
Blocked it out.
register.
Yeah.
And so a bunch of people were calling 911, and they had gone to a different salon at the front of Firewheel. So it took them a little while to get to us. But they couldn't wait on a helicopter to come and care flight him in because he was vomiting up the blood, and they actually thought that he wasn't going to make it to the hospital.
I mean, this is truly a miracle
That he survived.
that he survived this, because he, based on the news story, because this made the news, it was big news.
Yes.
He bled out twice,
Oh, yes.
and he had damaged kidneys, spleen, bladder, bowels, intestines, stomach, basically everything.
Liver.
And your liver, everything in his midsection
Oh my
was.
gosh.
It was completely dead. His stomach was dead. His bowels were dead. Everything was completely dead. They had a tube in his nose. They had him on a breathing machine. He was in a coma for 3 weeks. We're still dealing with the liver. We have to go to the doctor pretty much every other day right now.
Yeah. We
go to several different doctors. One kidney's completely dead. His bowels finally woke up first.
Good.
And they had to put a tube in his nose past his stomach into his intestines to keep him alive. And he went all the way down to 38 pounds in the hospital.
As a 10-year-old boy.
Yes. Yes, sir.
How has his attitude been throughout this whole? And we're just talking about the intestine. Like, he broke numerous bones as well, and he lost his leg.
He did. He lost his leg. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay, Bridget.
You're
This is
ready to talk about it at all.
You went through a parent's worst nightmare.
Yes.
I'm envisioning my son having to go through this. I can't.
Yeah, it was
So
tough.
it's okay.
So they opened him up on one side of his leg and got a vein, and they created a vein, and they were going to try to save his foot because he was in soccer, and the vein was just very weak, and so it burst the first time, and he bled out. So I was holding his hand, and he died right there and bleeding out, and they were pumping blood into him, and we raced down to the OR, and they got it stable.
Oh man.
And then he did it again. So a week later, it burst again.
And was this all around? I mean, this was around the holidays last
Yes,
year, right?
yes.
So Christmas in the hospital. This
He
going on.
actually lost his leg, I think, 2 days after my birthday.
And when is your
So,
birthday?
December 13th.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it was really hard. And at the time, his stomach was still not awake.
Yeah.
And, he was just very weak. He's had 33 surgeries. He needs more, but we're trying to get his body some time to heal. And so, anyways, but he has got the best attitude.
Does he?
So he is.
Good.
Oh my
good.
They
God.
took the muscle out of his back
Uh-huh.
to give him some legs so that he can have a stump and get a prosthesis. And he is just on those crutches. And I mean, he's so fast, I can't keep up with him. He volunteers at our church. He asks, when's the first time I can go back to church and volunteer? And I mean, we had the hail damage. We were slammed by the hail damage.
Yeah.
It went through our roof and it flooded our attic and everything. We've had people up on our roof working in the heat, and he goes out and takes some water, and he's just the sweetest
Sweet.
thing.
He's an angel like you are. Now,
Aw.
please keep us posted when he does get his leg.
He does have it.
He does have it.
So we start physical therapy actually today, this afternoon.
Oh, good.
Perfect.
Yes.
And we have a buddy of the show who has an adaptive training gym. So if you ever need, we will call him up, and I guarantee you, my buddy David will have him in there no matter what.
You know what
Top
I've
of the
just
line. It's
gotten-
incredible.
Truly, we were talking about the bleeding out. It just made me say, I've got to go down and donate blood.
Yeah.
That just goes to show you how important blood donation is. People just don't do it. They don't think about it. And look, in your situation,
And
how important that was.
We had a blood drive for him because they were doing so many blood transfusions every day. He's had over 100 blood transfusions. So his liver is still not where it needs to be. So he's just getting tested for hepatitis C because they don't know with all the blood transfusions if anything has gotten into his system.
You know, you said you're a single mom.
Yes.
And working 20 years at AT&T, and then something like this happens. What has life been like for you?
It's been hard, but he's the one that went through everything, and he has such a good attitude, and he wakes up every morning, he's singing, he's happy, and I just, I feel like if he can get up and do it, then I have to get up and do it.
You feel guilty almost being sad for it.
You make me want to adopt him.
Yeah.
you can't have
He's
it.
taken out. He's taken.
He's taken. He's not going anywhere.
I was
but-
gonna say God has a plan for him to do some great things. He's already doing some great
Yes,
things,
sir. Yeah.
but he's gonna be doing some greater things, and a lot of them I can just
Yeah.
tell.
Yeah, he's a good boy, and so the AT&T's holding my job for a year, so not getting paid, but
Sure,
they're holding
you have
my
a job.
that I get to go back to, and we'll just have to
Okay,
Well-
There's
make that
Okay.
work.
Well, Bridget, I'm sure with all this going on, you guys haven't really had a time to be taking trips as a family. So we want to offer you something. and I don't know if you want to bring them in
Let's tell you all at the same
Or-
time.
Yeah.
Okay.
because I'm pretty sure you know where I'm going. Do you want him to come in with you? Can we bring him in, please? Please bring in Jeremiah.
Jeremiah.
He's out there playing with Shannon. They're rolling around like they're brother and sister. Shannon's so good with the kids.
Jeremiah.
He doesn't want to come in and be
Jeremiah,
on
you
the
can
radio.
play
He's
in a
having
second
too
with
much
Shannon.
fun.
She's going to be here forever.
Yeah, we're trying to make her leave.
She won't go.
No. He's coming. I promise it's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it. Go by your
By
mom.
your mom.
That smile.
Go by mama.
Smile on that face,
He's going to
man.
go by mommy. He wants to sit with Jenna.
Oh, he does? This little.
Smart boy.
He's good with the ladies, Bridget?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Jenna was going to help him. He's like,
I was
going to
help him. He's like, I don't need it. I got it. Okay, here. Yeah, you want to play on my computer? Hold on. We're still talking.
Oh,
Wait,
watch those websites that Jenna's
Yeah,
on.
Jenna,
Yeah,
what have
yeah,
you
be
got up
careful.
on your screen right now?
Hotmail.com.
Look at that.
The mail service, the email service. So last November was not a good November, right, Jeremiah?
Yeah.
So how about this November? We make it the best one yet. And we take you, your mom, and your sister to Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida. Would you like to come with us?
Yeah.
You're going to Disney World. You're a kid's buddy.
Yay! He's probably thinking, do I have to bring my sister?
How does that make you feel?
Good.
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 Are you?
Thank you.
Oh,
No,
you're
man.
quite
Thank you
welcome,
for
buddy.
that positive attitude, you man. You have this like light shining off of you at all times.
You're a blessing, dude. You are a blessing.
Your mom says you wake up singing every morning. What do you like to sing?
Toby Mac.
Toby Mac.
Mac,
Yeah,
all right.
give me a little piece of Toby Mac.
I don't want to be in the backseat.
There we go. All right.
Oh, we're gonna have to learn that on the guitar.
to
Al.
learn that.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
gonna
we'll-
perform that maybe.
We'll be singing that at Disney World.
Sunshiny Day. Do you remember that one?
It's gonna be a bright,
Right,
bright.
right.
Sunshiny Day.
I will.
I know. I freeze on the radio sometimes too.
How are you feeling, Bridget?
Overwhelmed. I just want to say thank y'all so much because just my daughter was away from us while we were in the hospital. Because we were in the hospital for about 4.5 months. So she stayed with my best friend and her family. So this will be great for us to be together.
And the timing is really great because it's coming up on a very sad
is.
anniversary. But now you can turn that into that's the year we went to Kids,
Yeah.
you know, the
Yeah.
anniversary.
Yeah.
So that'd be great.
We want November to be a good month
Yeah.
for you
There
again,
you
okay?
go.
so much.
There you go.
The plane ride's taken care of thanks to Southwest Airlines. You don't even have to bring a wallet. We'll give you Disney bucks. You get access to all the parks. You got a hotel
class.
room. All the food's going to be taken care of. You'll get to meet Mickey and who's your favorite character at Disney World?
Goofy.
You'll
Yeah,
get to.
he's
Oh,
there.
Oh,
we
yeah,
know. We
Goofy.
know. We're down with Goofy. Yeah, we got
He's
you.
there a lot.
Al's got his cell phone number, so we'll
Yeah.
call Goofy and make
Yeah.
sure that you meet
Take
him.
a picture with him and everything.
Thank
Have you
y'all
always wanted to
so
go to Disney World?
Yes.
For what? What you want to ride? What do you want to do?
Ride the ride.
Yeah, do you
All
have a
right.
favorite one? Have you been looking online?
I've never been in there. So I
Yeah,
don't
you need to
know
go
what
on the
ride they
internet.
have.
How you going, buddy?
Yay, thank y'all so much.
And there are so many other surprises
Yeah.
on the trip. You're going to be so excited. Nonstop.
And if you want to ride the teacups, we won't do it. But
No.
Caroline
No.
Craddock is so into the teacups.
No.
I could probably make her throw up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you will.
I know you can.
I've done it 3 times in a row and thrown up.
Really? Oh, so it took you 3 times before you puked. That's pretty good.
Six Flags 3 times in a row, and he got very sick.
And you like
goodness.
And
that?
he thought it was funny.
Oh,
Throwing up is fun.
Bridget, Jeremiah, it's such a pleasure to meet you guys.
Yeah, man.
And give it to us loud, Jeremiah. Give us, I'm going to Disney World.
I'm going to Disney World.
You dang right you are, buddy.
Hey, thank
man.
y'all